Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Anna. Welcome in another flower making tutorial. Yes, I love flowers and I can't live without flowers. So I will show you today how you can make those simple fluffy flowers. Some of them they made from 3 layers, some of them with 2 or even 1. The choice is absolutely yours how many layers you're gonna make your flowers with. So I will demonstrate to you how you can make those flowers using Lady Design dies flower number 10. This is one of the latest releases from Lady Emilia Shiradan dies. So I will be working today with a very light yellow Foamiran. And for my larger flower, I will demonstrate to you how you can make a flower using 3 layers. And for the middle size, it will be 2 layers. I will be adding extra color to my Foamiran using Distress ink. Now you don't have to use Distress ink, you can use any other mediums to add a color to your Foamiran or just leave it plain as they are. It's entirely up to you. I always like to highlight a little bit center and the edges of the flowers, so this is what I'm doing. So today in this tutorial, I'm mainly concentrating in the center of my flowers and I'm adding the ink on just the top of a layer of my Foamiran. I like to add the ink on the all of the layers because when you take the flower on the angle, it's nicely picking through the colors from all layers. And if you stick your flowers not very flat but at the angle on your project, you can also see nice transition of colors moving on. So now we're moving on to shaping our petals and I'm bringing my iron. My iron is usually the temperature between 2 and 3 dots. So you have to test your iron. If it's a little bit too warm for your Foamiran, just turn your temperature a little bit down. You have to just test it on maybe just a scrap of the Foamiran before you start shaping your petals, so it's not overheated and it's nicely shaped. So what I'm doing, I'm just placing each layer of the Foamiran on my iron just for a couple of seconds. That's literally what you need, like so. And when it starts curling up and releasing, I'm just pressing on my embossing mat in the center using embossing tool. Mainly I'm aiming to keep the shape of my petals like so, and I'm pressing in the center so my petals will get lifted up. So that way my flower will have a nice and fluffy effect. There you go. This is what the effect I'm getting making these flowers in this order. So I'm repeating the same process on the middle layers, on the middle flower. Just for a couple of seconds on the iron like so, and then press in the center. Very simple, very easy, perfect for beginners. If you are starting your flower making journey, I would highly recommend you this tutorial to grab the inspiration, to grab the tips I'm sharing with you, and you definitely will benefit and you will be able to make some beautiful flowers. So now we will be moving on to adding stamens to our flowers. I've got those pearly stamens. There's plenty of stamens available from 14 Craft Bar if you fancy doing any shopping and get some stamens as well. Foamiran and Emilia's dies also available there. I will link your 14 Craft Bar shop in the description box below. Now, for the middle flower, I will be using 4 stamens, so I'm just making them even and placing them on my wire. And then I'm moving on with my first layer, just pushing it through like so. And I like to work with hot glue gun. It's because it seals quite quickly, it dries quite quickly, so I don't have to wait and hold my flower for quite a good few minutes until the glue it seals. So what I'm aiming for, I'm adding a little bit of a glue on my stamens and then pushing them down, and then I'm placing the flower between my fingers and just pushing still up so my flowers will have this nice and fluffy effect. The petals will be lifted up and the dimension of the flower will be kept. And the same process I'm repeating on the second layer, so I'm just adding a little bit of a glue between the layers and then placing between my fingers and just pushing it up like so. My flower is ready, simple as that. So now I'm just cutting the excess of the stamens, and to make sure my flower will not come apart, just in case any glue is missing in the center of the stamens, I'm just sealing the layers with adding a bit of a glue there. So now I'm moving on to the larger flower. So I have 5 stamens for my larger flower. I'm evening them up, position them on the wire, and then pushing it through the first layer. Like I said, the steps are very simple, very easy to follow. So like I said earlier, if you are a beginner in a flower making journey, this is something what you will really benefit from, and you will be able to take that away and start making some lovely flowers. So I'm just adding a bit of a glue, and just like previously, pushing my statement down and then placing in between my fingers and then just pushing my petals up. Waiting for a couple of seconds so the glue will harden up, and then I can move on to the second layer. So repeating the same process with the second layer, just position my petals so they're not overlapping, and adding a bit of a glue between the layers to seal them well so my flower will not come apart. There we go. And again, between my fingers, I'm pushing petals up. So I'm going on with the last layer now. Position my petals so they're not overlapping, and then sealing the layers together with a bit of a hot glue. Very simple, very quick, and you can make those flowers in any colors of your choice, whatever rocks your boat. So that's really it from me for you today. I hope you enjoyed this simple steps, simple tutorial for flower making. So all I need to do now with this flower, I just need to chop off the excess of the stamens, like so, and just seal it with a bit of a hot glue. So let me bring all the flowers so you can see those as well, the whole bunch what I've made earlier. So that's the ones from today, and that's the one what I was making earlier on before I press record button of my camera. So that was the flower number 10 from Lady E Design Dies, the newest release. And as always, thank you so much for watching my tutorials. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. And if you don't want to miss any tutorials what I will be uploading in the future, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And till the next time, my lovely friends, I'll talk to you super soon. Bye for now.